What's up, everybody? HTG Brian here, and we are back with LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. This is Episode 6, Chapter 5, Jedi Destiny Story. No collectibles found in this video except for that one gold brick. We do have a little bit of a stud hunt, so you'll have to bear with us as we go ahead and trudge our way around, smashing and grabbing everything in sight. And as the old creepy credits crawl, I do want to remind you that this is one of the final levels, and it happens to be a pretty quick boss battle here, before we get to the free play. So those collectibles are within our grasp. They're right around the corner, and it won't be too much longer. Now, before we do that, though, we have to complete this story, and of course, round out everything. Make sure that we know all loose ends are tied and such. And I guess we got to get prepared for the new LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which is going to walk us through a bunch of these, but also continue this story as we know it. Hey, quick reminder, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and when you do, ring that bell as well, as that's how you're going to get all of our notifications sent to your handy little devices. So, all right, here we go. We're talking over the cutscene to avoid any of those copyrights, and as you guys probably remember, there's not any dialogue or anything that you're going to miss directly, so just pay attention to the screen, and you can add your grunts and groans as you feel necessary. Now, here we go. Vader is showing up. He's basically, he's got Luke. They're going to go off and have some words with the Emperor. If you remember, Luke thought he was going to be able to convince his father to do good. And, well, if you haven't seen the movie, or maybe it's been a while, I won't ruin it for you. You know me, I'm big on spoilers. Not one of those guys that's going to be spoiling this for you, even if it has been 30 years since the movie originally aired. That being said, though, here's the Emperor. He's getting his shock on here. And we'll have to wait and see what Vader chooses. We will gain control here in a hot second. And, of course, the old jump, attack, or butt slam is going to be my recommended choice for attacking the old Emperor here. As you can see, I'm going to make my way around. There we go. We've got a buttload of hearts, though, to deplete her. So we're going to go ahead and not really worry too much about that at the beginning. But we got to deplete her in order to move on. You know how that works. So here we go. This is as lots of the other LEGO battles are, because there are two of us and one of him. Use your quick jump methods to get up close and personal and attack if you can. If he happens to grab you and lock you up in that tractor beam, you can go ahead and switch to the other character. Now, it is a little problematic. Again, you have to be basically within arm's reach and tag your other character. Now, in the early LEGO days, I'm sure that's what they actually referred to the character switching as, tagging, because you clearly have to be up close and be able to physically make that tag in order to switch them characters. Now, these guys are not very welcoming. They do have a little bit better, well, I guess they can parry. They can attack and fight back. So that's kind of unfair. And, hey, remember when I told you I was going to trudge around and get some studdage? Well, it's that time. Now, I thought about editing this out, but, at the same time, I wanted to remind you guys that we do need that 1.25 million studs to purchase that red brick stud multiplier for the 2X, which we have in our arsenal, but not enough studdage to purchase it. So we're going to go ahead and try to collect as many as we can, and we recommend you do the same so you don't have to go back and farm a bunch of studs in some other levels, which we are going to have to do. Unfortunately, we die a lot. We lose a lot of studs. And, I should have made it a point to try and find the invincibility red brick in our story attempts. But I did not instruct our guide writer, Gary, to do that. So we skipped it for now. I told him very specifically, we only want the 2X. These are not the red bricks you are looking for if it's not the 2X. And he listened. So I guess I got Jedi mind tricks, huh? All right, we've officially cleared out all of the lower studdage, and I'm making another attempt at the top here, thinking, you know me, got to get them all, got to get them all. So eventually I will go ahead and realize, you know what, I'm wasting enough time. Let's go ahead and make our way over there. But not before finding this power-up, which actually gives us the attract studs for a brief second, and also gives us a 2X multiplier. So, whoopsie, watch out for that little ledge there. If we go up there, that's going to be a mini kit, and we would have to start this all over, which we certainly don't want to do that. All right, moving right along, we should have all of the studs available in our bag, and look at that, we can go ahead and cross the bridge now once we get across the bridge, we got a couple of options here. In fact, we've got these weird things that you can actually manipulate using the Force that actually puke out some studs. Blech. We go ahead and grab all of those, and then we got to make our way over to the right-hand side. I believe it's the right-hand side, where the Emperor is just kind of chilling. And then, of course, we have to rinse and repeat the process we've already been at, where we have to jump, jump, slam, and take a few more of those hearts before he takes off and runs like the coward he is. I don't blame him, though. We got two guys that are pretty good. I would say probably 7s on a scale of 1 to 10 of Jedi powers. And, you know, he's probably up there to like an 8 or a 9. So he's probably got like an individual. But number-wise, we got him. No problem. Now, something I should have messed with, too, which probably could have led to some collectibles, so I'm glad I didn't. But we do have the dark side of the Force here. We can manipulate all sorts of things. And there was probably a couple of other spots that I could have paid attention to that use the dark Force. But look at that. We've got the dark side is coming in handy here. We can go ahead and build the 2 items up. In fact, we needed to build the one on the wall before we could mix it with the one on the ground there. But now we've got a fan, man. We can ride it upstairs, and that's right. Experience the weightlessness of space. Now, I find out the hard way that when we go over here, it's a little bit of a funny angle. In fact, if you step on any of these panels with electricity showing, it will be shockingly to... No, I'm just kidding. You'll get zapped and probably, yes, like I got dead. And so I'm going to try to avoid those, but I've got terrible aim. And, of course, I'm not a psychic, so I wasn't exactly sure where they were going to pop up next. But I make it all the way there. Oh, and then I fall off. So, like I said, it's a little bit of a depth perception issue for me. Hopefully you guys won't have the same issue. But essentially, I even ride the fan back up again here in a second with Luke. And then I fall off as I'm running around the edge. So there's a little bit of an edit, so you guys don't have to watch me walk all the way back and ride that fan for the 3rd time. But yeah, all right, so I was getting some more studdeds there, and I'm like, wait a minute. All right, I already did a little bit of a stud run here. We better focus on the old battle. Get back up top, so let's ride that fan, man. Now, once I get up top, I'm going to switch to Luke. And, yep, here we go. Switch to Luke, tag him out, and I fall right after that jump there. So I went ahead and edited that back up. So I'm up here, and I'm ready to go, and this time we fall off again. No, I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. We actually follow the old black block trail all the way to cross, and he eventually stops shocking the floor there, so we can... Oh, he switches to us. We'll go ahead and tag to our other character. In this case, it was Veda. And now we can get up close and personal. Now, hey, I am finding, too, that the old jump attack works rather swimmingly as well. So if the old double jump is providing too much of an issue, maybe you're missing, the timing is off, whatever, do the old single jump and attack, and that should be hopefully enough to get you close and take off another one of them hearts. As you can see, we're only 1 heart away from taking out that bottom row. And, of course, as soon as I get close, he starts zapping away. But we switch to Vader, get up close. Ah, and he gets us before we get to him. All right, so we'll switch again. This is just one of those things. It is kind of tedious, if I'm being honest. And that's, here you can see, if you don't move swiftly, you might not get a chance to attack. So that's why I was saying the double jump might not be your best course of attack while up there. Now, any other time, I think it'll work just fine. But, yeah, look at that. So he's out of there. We got a couple more of those. I don't like these guys. And I'm not even going to attempt to call them what they should be because I know Todd's going to come up. That's right, Todd. I know you're out there. You're going to come and correct me and tell me how terrible I am at remembering things. So I'm just going to let you do it for me. You can tell us all who they are. So if you want to know the name of those red... go ahead and look down below the comments as Todd will go ahead and fill us in shortly. Unless Jerry beats him to it. I don't know. Notification squads depends on who is available on this particular day of video release. All right, we got 2 of these guys attacking us. It is not going very well for us. They actually have like 3 or 4 hearts each, maybe even 5. And I definitely don't like the way they defend my attacks. They're pretty good at parrying. In fact, they're much better than I am at this. I can't defend or deflect to save my life, as Gary has reminded me plenty of times. Oh, Brian, I was laughing so hard I was in tears watching you get stomped on by that ATST here. Oh, nice try trying to butt slam that guy every time he was locking you up. What's wrong? Yeah, it's been quite dreamy listening to the Peanut Gallery review my video. So anyways, feel free to drop some comments down below and add to that Peanut Gallery, as you know, we'll all get a kick out of it. All right, so we got. I want to say these guys are like the Imperial troopers, but I'm sure that's wrong. I should have looked them up. In fact, I probably should go do it now to save face, but no, I've already accepted the fact that I will be corrected by one of yous down below in the chat. All right, they are officially gone, and we can go ahead and build up the rest of this lift here. In fact, it doesn't work without it being fixed, so go ahead and focus on building those bouncing bricks up. Once they're all locked into place, we should be able to use the fulls and actually manipulate the... well, we're going to go up. Going up. Insert your elevator music here. Ding. All right, once we get up top, we can go ahead and get our attack on once again. In fact, we only have a couple more hearts to deplete her. We should be able to make that double jump across. Oh, snap. We got ourselves another power-up. In fact, I was getting a little bit scared. I thought I was going to end up getting that true Jedi. Now, a little fun fact about those true Jedis. I like to get them as soon as possible. However, I try not to get them in the story. Now, why is that? Well, it's kind of a collectible in the sense that you do get a gold brick, and it's really easily missed. So, being that all those collectibles and everything are all dedicated to the free play, I like getting those in the free play. So, especially the last one. I like getting the achievement or the trophy achievement on that last little section. And speaking of last section, here we are. We are officially in the final cutscene of this, well, second to last video. We only have one more video, and then we are donezo. But look at that. Vader came through, pitched the Emperor over the edge. Now we're having like this father-son kind of like, hey man, it's not too late, is it? Moment. But unfortunately it is. This is that revealing moment too in the movies where, you know, the voice we've been hearing, James Earl Jones, is not the actor underneath the mask, which was kind of a shock to a lot of us when we saw it for the first time, knowing who James Earl Jones was. But all right, Vader down. Luke not very happy about that. In fact, a tear or two may be shed. And I do remember, watch this, this is kind of funny. No respect for the dead here. I'll go ahead and just lift that up. I guess, you know, maybe he didn't want to touch the body. That might have been a thing too. But hey, look at that. Level complete. Free play unlock, lock. Feel free to smash that like button, especially since we've hopefully been helping you through this story. We're almost all the way done. And look at that, 82%, almost that true Jedi. But we fell short on purpose. That's right, we did that on purpose. We got 708,000 out of our 1.25 million needed before we start that free play. So we got a couple of suggestions from you guys as well as Gary as to what levels are going to be the best farm levels. I will go ahead and test them out and then let you know once we put together that video. Now, I'm kind of confusing you. Am I going to continue or am I going to head out to the cantina? I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, Episode 6, Chapter 5, Jedi Destiny. And yes, special shout out to Vader for hooking us up and saving the day. As for me, though, that is going to do it for now. As always, until next time.